Welcome back, all you lovely people. I'm actually recording this on a Sunday, which is rare. And with that, it is the Sunday preview show. Games Workshop have obviously released their Sunday preview. It's quite an exciting one, actually. The reveal show was not long ago, and it showed off a lot of cool new stuff. Chiefly for 40k, it was Huron Blackheart and the Red Corsairs, and then Prince Uriel for the Eldar and his Corsairs. And guess what's up for pre-order? You guessed it. It's Corsair Week. Now, I have been looking forward to this because I absolutely love these models. So, to start with, we have the Maelstrom layer of the Tyrant. So, all about chaos-ish. So, Huron raiding and pillaging and doing all the nasty things that pirates tend to do. And we have, obviously, the 4 books, like you had with the 500 Worlds, which is actually still up for sale because I checked on Games Workshop earlier. So you have the lore book, the rule book, the detachment book, and the campaign book. And then you have it in the special edition as well, for any collectors out there. Now this is what I'm very excited about, because these models are fantastic. They are very, very characterful. They do very much stand out. I do actually really like this person on the throne here. I love the idea that it's just a floating command throne that she floats through the battlefield. It'd be pretty pointless and would quite easily get a kill because you can't really fight on it. But I guess she's not really there to do the fighting. She's there to direct all of these other reprobates to fight. And Huron himself, with his pet lizard looking thing, he looks to be on a 50mm base. So he's got a very wide stance, quite a big model by the look of him. And he's on a slightly bigger base because all the other marine types and the lady on the throne, they're all on a 40mm base by the look. This guy in the middle, he looks to be on a 32, and his pet also looks to be on 32, but could be 28. And then we have the battle force for the Red Corsairs. Now this doesn't look terrible value, I'll be honest. You've got 10 trade guardsmen up here. You've got 5 terminators. Now they are just the regular chaos terminators, but this comes with the Red Corsairs upgrade sprue, or a couple of them, most likely, because you also have 10 regular chaos legionaries, but they have the Red Corsairs upgrades with them. And then you get what are they called? The new Red Corsair Raiders, because they are a mix of armor marks from, well, throughout Space Marine history, which actually looks really, really cool. I remember they showed off a few of them on the reveal show, and they looked really, really nice. And then you get the Reeve Captain as well. So that's this guy here. So in total, what was that? 10 of those, 10 Marines, 10 of the Raiders, that's 30, 5 Terminators, and this guy, so it's 36 minis. This is important information. So if we scroll down, we also have the Eldritch Raiders battle box. This comes with Prince Uriel, the new Psyker character, whose name I've forgotten. Is it in here? Yeah, Void Dreamer Karseth. And then you got 10 Corsair Sky Reavers, Starfang, which is this thing up here, and you have the 10 what they called? Where are we? It's basically the kill team. Void Reavers, though. Not the Void Reavers or Void's Guard. So they are a kill team. I believe they are still a kill team. So they would be in a kill team box, which are typically running around about 50 quid or just shy of. So in this box, you get 23 minis, including a vehicle, granted. And this one you get 36. So this one's already looking better value for money. But if what I've seen is actually true, these boxes are supposed to be running about 160 quid. And I'll let you all pick yourselves back up off the floor, because these Battle Force boxes are getting quite out of hand price-wise from Games Workshop. Especially when you consider, for example, the Leviathan launch box. Granted, it was 3 years ago. That was 150 quid. Came with the edition rulebook. And it came with 2 small armies worth of minis, essentially. And that was, like I say, 150 quid. This is 10 quid more expensive, and it comes without a book and half as many minis. And then we get on to the battalion boxes down below. So we have the Drakari one. We've got 2 Venoms. We've got Succubus War Leader, which is this one. 2 Venoms, which are the 2 transports up here. 3 Reaver jet bikes, it's these things. 5 Hellions, which are the gliders. I've always liked those, I will be honest. And then 10 witches. All easy. 21 minis in that box. So not a bad starting box, to be honest. It's not a bad start to a Drakari army. I don't think it's even a bad addition to a Drakari army. When we look at the Votan one, yeah, it's lacking, shall we say. So you get the Memnir Strategist, which is this guy. 3 Pioneers, which are these. And then 6 Ironkin Steeljacks, which can have pistol and blade, or they can have Vulcanite Disintegrators. Yeah, so this box is definitely very underwhelming. What's that, 10 models altogether? And when you consider that these boxes are apparently supposed to be in the region of £105, yeah, it kind of stings a little bit. And what I actually wanted to do, while we're on the subject, let's just take a look. And the combat patrol for Drakari is, so you've got 2 Talos, 13 minis overall. So this is very much in line with the Votan one. So you have a homunculus, you have 2 Talos, 2 Kronos, or one of each, however you want to build them, and 10 racks for £105. If you take a look at the characters as well, you've got Lilith Hesprax, she's a very cool looking mini. She's not very big mini, and she's running at nearly £30. You have the new Archon, again, very cool mini. Not a very big mini, running at £25. That's the old model homunculus, which might even be resin. Oh no, it is plastic. Running at £18.50. You're looking at 30 quid for a box of troops these days, of Cavalites or Witches. 40 quid for a box of Incubi. That's the same as Eldar Aspect Warriors. I'm not sure how long ago it was, but you used to be able to get a box of 10 Dire Avengers, so plastic Aspect Warriors like the Incubi, for what, 18 quid? For 10 of them? 58 quid now for the Void Raven. Yeah, there's the kill team with the Mandrakes, they're 50 quid. So when you add up everything individually, you do get better value in buying the Combat Patrol and the subsequent battalion boxes. Because otherwise this would be probably looking at 40 quid for each of those, that's 80. What were they? 38, so 118. So you're already cheaper without adding this guy in. But it is getting a bit crazy now. I mean, it wasn't cheap before, but it's getting even worse now. But like this Votan one, just, yeah, that's crazy. So getting their combat patrol. So they get 10 Halfkin, 5 Half-Guard, some Thunderkin, and the Champion. So 19 models overall. We'll look at the bikes. Bikes are 42 quid. The Memnish Strategist, which when I got it, I was really, really confused because the box it came in was tiny. If you think of the plastic boxes that a single character model would come in, these, so you got the Strategist and the Evaluator, I got both of those at the same time, and each one of those came in a cardboard box that was half the size of one of those plastic blisters, and the sprue was half the size of like a single character sprue, and they're still £25 each. And then the steel jacks are 38 quid each. That's 101 plus bikes. 143.50 to buy them individually, or 105 quid to get the box. So you do make a saving when you buy them. So they are technically better value than buying them individually. But as I say, it's just, yeah, prices are getting steep. And of course, this is coming towards the end of the edition as well. So for people who don't play very often, and I'd include myself in that, because I didn't get the 500 Worlds books. And this is coming from someone who likes to, I'd buy, in previous editions, I would buy a codex for all the armies that I had, and then not actually get around to actually using the codex. In fact, this edition I bought only four of the codexes, thinking that I'd actually get to use more of the armies, but then I've played a handful of times in this edition, which is quite sad, to be fair. It's just how life works sometimes. You tend to you can run out of time to get to do these things, but yeah, I didn't see the point in spending £50 on a set of these 4 books, because that's how much these are. These are 50 quid for the set of 4. You can't buy them individually, you have to buy the set of 4, and for the regular ones it is 50 quid. For the special edition one it is, I think, 78 quid. So even the books aren't cheap, and I didn't see the point in buying these books to then just not use them, because in a few months' time, if the last few editions trend follows, we will be seeing 11th edition. So these will be obsolete. Unless, by some miracle, Games Workshop tie these into the beginning of 11th edition and they are relevant for a little while longer. But can't see that being the case. And again, all the codexes that you bought for 10th edition will, not guaranteed, but likely be made obsolete again. Well, I'm hoping that they go back to indexing for a third time, because that's essentially what they did when they changed from 7th edition to 8th edition. It was a massive change for the game. They brought out indexes for Imperium, Chaos, and Xenos, and then you worked from those until your codex came out, which I think I still have those indexes upstairs. And then 8th to 9th wasn't a massive change. You could still use the 8th edition codexes in 9th edition, memory serves, until you got your 9th edition book. But even then, with the way that they do the rules these days, to keep up with tournament play of all things, they have regular updates to the rules, and in some cases your codex was obsolete before it had even been released. So it kind of left a bad taste in the mouth, and I think in this digital age they should be moving more towards digital codexes and lore books, or lore and artwork books for the armies that people can buy if they wish. The sticking to paper codexes is admirable, because everyone, most people I know like the codexes for what they are, but the sticking point is that they will get them, and then they are very soon out of date, and the amount you pay for them, it's not very good. But I digress. So that is effectively the pre-orders for this coming weekend. It's much of the 40k stuff that was shown off, in fact all of the 40k stuff that was shown off in the recent preview. And then we also have a lovely knitted blanket. It's quite a big blanket, I'll give it that. Wouldn't like to say how much that's going to be. And then we have some lovely, well, a lovely special edition book. Quite like the artwork on that. Very Alpha Legion. So we have Ghost Legion up for pre-order. And then we have Death Rider. A Deathcore Creek novel. Quite like the artwork on that. It's very nice. And Huron Blackheart out in paperback. I have the hardback version of that one. One of the many books that I will get around to reading when I retire. And the Twice Day King Omnibus in French and German. And Void Scarlet in French and German. And some Warhammer Plus stuff. Yeah, that is everything from this article. With some price points mentioned as well. I don't know how accurate they are. I'm assuming quite accurate if you base them on the battle boxes from the other week. If you take a look at those, they're running £155, at least from Games Workshop. And most of them are still in stock, which is rare when you have these kinds of boxes, I will say. The Death Guard one is sold out, although I think that was always going to be the more popular. I think Death Guard are actually the more popular of the 4 Demon Legions. I mean, to be fair, the Death Guard models are spectacular. I think the Thousand Suns models are a little dated now, particularly the Scarab Terminators. They need an upgrade, I feel. These are all new, but this is the Emperor's Children launch box with the Demon Prince, effectively. And then this is what we got in there. I think that's the Demon Combat Patrol with some World Eaters thrown in. I just find it funny that the Emperor's Children and the Thousand Suns, they just have Demon Prince, Mutalith, which you would have a Mutalith in the Thousand Suns army anyway, and you would have a Demon Prince in an Emperor's Children army anyway, because I forget whether it's the one with the wings or not, but one of the Demon Prince builds for the Emperor's Children is absolutely horrendous. As in good horrendous. Good for the Emperor's Children, bad for everyone else. But you don't see so many lesser demons with the Chaos Legions at the moment, because demons haven't got their own codex anymore. They decided to take that away for this edition. I have a sneaking suspicion they might be bringing it back in 11th, because 11th edition will likely see Grey Knights revival, where they get all new updated sculpts to keep them in line scale-wise, at least, with the rest of the Space Marine range, because they look quite tiny now. And they have the one particularly large model in Castle and Crow, but the rest of the range desperately needs a refresh. So I think with the Grey Knights getting a refresh, demons might get something as well, because Grey Knights are there to fight the demons. And let's be honest, it's been a while since the Blood Letters were updated. It's been a while since, I suppose, the Blue Horrors, Pink Horrors, and that they don't really need an update because they look pretty demony anyway. It's a bit like the Eldar tanks. I think they got it right first time and don't really need to change it. I know they changed the turret on the Fire Prism, and that was definitely a good thing, because the old metal turret was a nightmare. And the new plastic one is much, much better. And the Pox Walkers to the Death Guard, I don't think they're actually that old. But there are certainly some things that could do with an update. But yeah, down to the prices, again, you're looking £155 for one of these, and look at what you get in that compared to what you would get in the Leviathan launch box. It's quite sad. I think there's quite a few people being priced out of the hobby at this point, especially when they go to other game systems and find that they can get a lot more for their money. I mean, if I was gonna recommend someone getting to 40k now, I would probably recommend they get into Kill Team first, because you're buying A box models that you can build, paint. They are characterful because the Kill Teams are generally more interesting kits. I mean, if you take a look at these guys, there's no two models the same. So they're all characterful models. They all look unique. They've all got unique poses, and you can paint them all in a similar style. I mean, obviously these have got matching armor, colors and things. You don't have to do that. You could do them as more of a ragtag band, and it would work well with Kill Team. The idea is obviously that they cross over into 40k, so you would use them as a squad in 40k, where you'd want them all to be the same colors ideally. But you can definitely get away with more of a mismatched look in Kill Team. And the games are relatively short. They're smaller table size, much less terrain, and terrain itself, especially if you're buying it from Games Workshop, is also very expensive. So that would be my entry into the hobby. And then if you decide that you like the building, you like the painting, you like the playing, expand from there. I mean, they do have the starter sets as well. I think I might do a full video on this, because I've gone through and I've looked at past box prices and things through my own purchases, which took a long time on this website, because this website is a pain in the ass. And it's quite surprising how things have changed. So if you take an example, if you go back to 2018, you had the Imperial Knight Renegade box. Now, Imperial Knights now are over 100 quid each. This box, which was a game in itself, it had its own rules. It was basically a smaller version of a Titan game. It had its own rules. I think it had 2 dice in it, weirdly. But more importantly, it had 2 complete Imperial Knight kits in it, and it was 120 quid. You just don't see boxes like that now, especially, as I say, a new Imperial Knight kit. They're over 100 quid a box. Equestrious Knights, Canis Rex, they are 115 quid. Castellan is 118 quid, so they've brought the prices closer together. Then you go to the Forge World ones and have a heart attack. Yeah, and then these ones are the Heresy Era Knights. I do really like this one, which I'll get one of these one day. Then you got the Forge World Resin Knights, which I'm not sure how the kit differs. I think it's a same plastic kit for the most part, and then you've got resin parts added on. But yeah, so you would not get 2 of these in one box for 120 quid now. Heck, even just a pair of armor is 60 quid now. It's scary. Then you look at the likes of the Indomitus launch box, which was in 2020. That was 125 quid. Which again, you got the rulebook, you got a good Space Marine starting army, and then you had all the new Necron stuff, so you had Scorpex, new Warriors, new Overlords, and the other new characters and things. But it was a big old box with quite a few minis in it, and it was 125 quid. Or you go to the Age of Darkness box. That was 2022. You had essentially 2 Space Marine armies in that box, or 2 starting Space Marine armies in that box. You had a Contemptor Dreadnought, you had a Land Raider Spartan, which is a big old tank. You had, was it 20 or 40? I think it was 40 Space Marines. 10, did you have 10 Terminators in that box? I can't remember now, and I'm not getting it out of the cupboard. I'm sure you had 10 Terminators in that box. And then the 2 Praetors, and obviously all the rule books and everything else. Well, that was 180 quid. But it was a lot. You got a lot for your money in that box. And the same with the new Saturnine box. You get a lot for your money in that box. But it just seems the 40k one seemed to be a bit less. In 105 quid for 10 Votan models is just ridiculous. But I think I will dig deeper into this and and do another video on the pricing. This coming Saturday, we got the new Space Pirates with the Corsairs on both factions, Eldar and Chaos alike. Let me know if you look to pick any up. I'm certainly hoping to pick up the Eldar ones, and I do want Huron as well. Don't know if I'll get both at the same time, because again, money. But I'm very much looking forward to getting some more Eldar stuff. I need to get back to painting my Eldar stuff, just as I'm working on Necron stuff. Found my half-painted Overlord, in the cupboard as I was sorting things out yesterday. And decided that I do need to finish him. I think I have an idea how I want to do is it was almost like a chainmail cloak thing here. It's not chainmail, but it's like chainmail. And I got an idea of how I'm going to do it. And then I need to do some better highlighting of things on the grey armour because it looks a bit flat at the moment. I want to get him looking a bit sharper. I think my Necron's going to be coming back to the painting table soon because I'm getting the bug for them again. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. And if you could be so kind as to like and subscribe and all the other jazz. And check back soon for another video. Look after yourselves and to the pit.